In the social sciences, a group can be defined as two or more humans who interact with one another, accept expectations and obligations as members of the group, and share a common identity. By this definition, society can be viewed as a large group, though most social groups are considerably smaller. One social group which I feel would be interested in my magazine would be peer groups. This is a group of members who are approximately the same age, social status, and have the same interests. These people are generally people who are relatively equal in terms of power when they react and interact with their peers. I feel this would be an ideal group to read my magazine as it's aimed at people who are at similar ages and have the same interests. For example, the type of music I am advertising. I would also expect the people to read my magazine would be interested in doing similar things in their spare time and spend their money on similar things. Also, for example, going to festivals. Another group which I feel would be interested by my magazine would be a gang. A gang is a group that normally gather in a particular area. It is a group of people that often hang around each other. They can be like some clubs but much less formal. I feel this group would be interested in my magazine because my magazine is also very informal and chilled out. Once again, it would be people who are interested in the same kind of things and would gossip together about their interests, likes and dislikes. And end up looking messy. I also had to make sure that all these fonts were very similar. For example, I used quite bold square looking fonts. I also had to keep the choice of colours to a minimum so that it looked like everything fitted well together, making the theme of colours run throughout. In comparison to my school magazine, my music magazine has been kept more professional looking from the choice of fonts. The choice of fonts in my music magazine look as if they're all right for the genre, which I feel is edgy and bold, looking like the type of writing associated with music magazines today. The fonts I have used for my school magazine are hard to read and boring, making it very unattractive. Therefore, this results in them not standing out for my audience or grabbing their attention in any way. In my music magazine, I kept my fonts to a minimum, using only 3 so that it looks more practical, as well as making sure the 3 different fonts I used are very similar. However, in my school magazine, even though I have only used 3 fonts, each font is very different, making each piece of text look out of place and unattractive. Also, I included a barcode in my music magazine, as every magazine has to have one. However, my school magazine didn't, showing how non-professional it is. Therefore, this proves how when I first made my school magazine, I wasn't as experienced with the different technologies as I am now after making my music magazine.